Decorative plaster. This is a very interesting building material for finishing walls and sometimes even ceilings. In general, plaster is used in large quantities on all construction and repair sites. Traditionally, it's used to level the surface or protect it from adverse factors. Decorative plaster differs from other varieties in that it has an aesthetic look. Manufacturers produce two types of decorative plasters. The first is a powder that the workers dilute with water. The second, as in our case, is a ready-made composition. It's noteworthy that in order to achieve certain effects, various elements can be added to the decorative plaster. For example, mica, nacre, and glitter can be added to give the finished surface an unusual appearance. And other elements such as marble chips or granite make the surface more interesting. This material can be applied to almost any surface, be it brick, wood, concrete, or metal. Moreover, the surface can be easily washed and doesn't absorb odors. It's also resistant to fire and fungus formation. Wienerberger products. This company specializes in the production of large-format porotherm blocks. Our regular viewers probably remember them from other videos. However, these unique blocks, which have improved thermal characteristics, are not the only product that Wienerberger offers. First of all, we'd like to draw your attention to this special construction level. It's designed to allow craftsmen to quickly and effortlessly create a perfectly even and sufficiently thick first layer of bonding mortar. Another interesting product is this brick layer string. This is a special durable polymer cord, which is used by craftsmen as a reference point. It helps to lay the blocks horizontally without errors. And finally, the last product we'd like to show you is a non-standard sized building block. The fact is that the height of the rooms on each construction site can be unique. Usually, if the last row is too high, they are cut off with a saw. This is a complicated, long and messy job. It's much easier to buy these blocks. They'll allow you to work faster without making a mess on the construction site. Nail gun grip right. Hammering staples and nails by hand is fortunately becoming a thing of the past. Today on construction sites, it's much more appropriate to use nail guns like the ones you see on the screen. American company GripRite manufactures these tools. They differ from each other in capacity, the type of nails and staples used, the purpose, and even the design of the magazine. These universal tools are useful at almost all stages of construction, from the installation of primary structures and lathing to the installation of roofs, door frames, and windowsills. Perhaps the main advantage of nail guns, in addition to its high work speed, is that the device requires a minimum amount of effort from the worker. That's because the tool works from a source of compressed air, such as a compressor or a tank. When the trigger is pulled, the air presses on the piston inside. The latter, in turn, hits the staple or nail, hammering it in place. Amazingly, the speed of work can be of 1 to 3 shots per second. Alseco line effect. A person with skillful hands and resourcefulness can use standard tools and materials to create an interesting and unique surface decoration. In our case, for example, the craftsmen have chosen only plaster and 2 different paints. The tools are 2 rollers and a special notched trowel, and the work itself can be carried out in just 3 steps. The first step is applying a layer of plaster to the wall, making it ribbed. The work has to be done in a careful and precise way, as it's important that the strips are evenly spaced. After that, the craftsmen have to wait until the plaster hardens. The next step is applying the first coat of paint. First, the craftsmen choose the color to paint the grooves with. Pay attention to the roller though, its surface is also ribbed. Thanks to this, it evenly paints the entire wall. Once the first coat of paint has dried out, it's time for the last step. The standard roller and the second paint are now used. It's very important to work carefully and be gentle to avoid the paint from getting into the grooves. Coraflex Plus. If the house is designed to have a chimney, the joints must be properly sealed after the roofing material has been laid. The fact is that there's always a small hole between the finishing material and the chimney. If you leave it as it is, rain will penetrate through the gaps into the attic. The most popular material used to seal these joints is galvanized steel sheets. The only problem is that this is a fairly solid material. The workers have to put in a lot of effort and perform precise calculations in order to bend the material correctly. Wienerberger, the company that we mentioned earlier, offers a simpler, faster and more efficient solution. Its specialists have developed their own chimney apron flashing, the Coraflex Plus. It's made of strong UV-resistant polyisobutylene. Excellent performance is also ensured by the reinforcement grid inside. A layer of this flexible material sits tightly on the surfaces thanks to a self-adhesive butyl layer. Coraflex Plus has a smooth surface and a high tensile strength, making it easy to lay and shape. Remarkably, this apron flashing is installed twice as fast as a traditional metal one. Brain of yours. Welcome to Brain Time. Incredible facts from the past, the present, and even the future. The power of nature and wild animals, amazing facts and unsolved mysteries. You'll find all this and much more here. Subscribe now, you won't regret it.